Today we have this beautiful 1960 Chevy Biscayne. This is a 348 tri-power car with a 4-speed. It's very unusually optioned. This thing is bare bones, heater delete. I believe it was a radio delete car originally. Bench seat, no options, 2-door post, but the thing has been frame off restored. It is in phenomenal shape. We will show you around. I'm going to do some work to it. We'll take you guys for a drive. Alright guys, we're here with the 1960 Chevy Biscayne. I want to show you kind of what's going on with this engine. So, we've got a 348 tri-power here. And you can see I've got the valve cover off of this side. This rocker on the number 2 cylinder, that's for the intake valve. I've already replaced this one with one I had laying around, but I'll show you it was actually physically broken. On the bottom side, let's see if I can focus, it's all cracked and falling apart. A couple big chunks that were laying inside the head. So I've got to get some of the metal chunks out of there yet. There's a few more. Clean everything up. I've got to do a valve adjustment. I actually fired it up briefly, and I'm still getting some rattling and ticking. But I kind of want to show the rest of the car to you guys. We'll do a walk around with it in the shop here. So it's a Biscayne. So the Biscayne is pretty much the bottom trim level. You'd have Biscayne, Bel Air, and Impala as your trim levels. And what's so odd about this car is it has the high performance 348 tri-power. I'm not sure exact horsepower rating on this. I know he said he has a different cam in it, but otherwise it's pretty much a stock rebuilt engine. This car is a heater delete car. It has no heat or ventilation system. It, I believe, was an original radio delete car. It has an aftermarket updated CD player radio, which is very, very good. The interior is bench seat, no buckets, no console. It's a 4-speed car. It's got a limited slip rear end. It's a post car. So basically this thing was ordered as just a bare bones stripper and with all of the performance stuff. So that is so freaking cool. And it's got to be pretty rare. I would imagine drag racers and NASCAR teams and stuff would order a car like this. But that's kind of it. And to find one in street trim with all of this, that's incredible. I am loving this car. Alright guys, I'm here. I've got one of the Rochester 2 barrels, a Rochester 2 Jet. I've tore it apart, put in an ultrasonic cleaner, got it nice spick and span. I'm just going through and I'm rebuilding everything. I've got a generic gasket kit and rebuild kit. Going through, gonna rebuild it all. Now I've got 2 more after this, so it's a little time consuming. Make sure all the linkages are adjusted just right. Get this thing dialed right in. Alright guys, we're driving the 60 Chevy Biscayne. I got my gloves on so I don't get my greasy fingerprints all over the place, because this car is freaking flawless. So again, I know I'm reiterating myself, but it's got a 348 tri-power with a 4-speed. The car has been frame off restoration. Every nut and bolt has been changed. It runs pretty good. I replaced one rocker arm, and I think I just got to go through and adjust all the valves, start from square one, because I've got this little misfire at idle that's really bothering me, and it seems like maybe some of them are stuck open. I'm cruising at 45 right now, getting a little bit of a miss, and so I'm going to pull the valve covers back off, just go through and adjust every single one while the valves are closed, and run it and see what it does. I do have to go through and rebuild the tri-power setup. But overall it's running pretty good. Cruising down the road right now. I'll slow down and I'll bang some gears for you guys, and you can see what it's all about. You can see Bench seat, perfect condition. Everything's just, it's flawless. So it's heater delete car. I think it was a radio delete car as well. So this thing is just a bare bones stripper, meant for drag racing, whatever. It's a post car, but geez, is it beautiful. And it's fun being able to hit you get over half throttle, and this has a progressive linkage, but it's basically like a switch flips. And when you're doing 50% throttle, it'll engage those other two carburetors. It runs on the center one when you're cruising, and then when you get over half throttle is when it engages the other two. There we go. All 4 gears, lickety split. Runs alright. I don't know if you can hear the air induction into the carburetors as I bang through the gears. The sound quality is probably not too great on this camera, but she goes pretty good. It's not bad, but I don't think it's quite right. So I want to tear apart these carburetors. I'm going to go through the ignition system, check valves, double check compression, just make sure everything on this engine is perfect. And so this guy will be really happy. I'm pretty happy as is. I'm sure if it was my car, I'd probably maybe do the valve adjustment, kind of let it be, because it runs pretty good. It cruises really nice, and that's kind of what these things are for. But I don't think it's 100%, and I want it 100%. We're striving for perfection. May never get there, but we're striving for it. So we're gonna cruise this thing back and see what we can do. I'll show you guys around the interior as I drive here. So it's kind of a stripper. It just had temperature gauge, but otherwise just idiot lights, gen and oil. You got your speedo, gasoline, and then just an idiot light where the clock would be, or the tach. There's the tach. We got some auxiliary gauges down there. Got aftermarket stereo, which is phenomenal, by the way. It must have a newer speaker in it. As you can see, heater delete plate, no heater core, nothing. This thing is very stripped down and basic. Interior is perfect. What a beautiful car. Love the white color. Just flawless. A unique characteristic to the 59 and 60 full-size Chevys are these crazy flat bat wings looking out at the back. Now the 59s would have a cat eye taillight, while the 60s have these more contemporary but still very unique and cool kind of rocket booster looking taillights. I think it's a really nice touch, and it sets itself apart from most of the big cars of the era. Had tall straight tail fins like a big 59 Cadillac or something, and these are horizontal, and it's just so unique and neat. Now another unique feature, I like the back window's nice wraparound, but so is the front. Look, it curves all the way around, and when you open the door, that also goes into the door jamb. So, and check out this interior again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we walk around the car. Again, thank you for following along. This has been a beautiful 69 full-size Chevy Biscayne, 348 tri-power with a 4-speed, bench seat, rarely optioned car. It's just been a blast, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for following.